Mark was the king of chill. Video games, junk food, endless TV shows, that was his life. No ambition, no drive, just pure, unadulterated laziness. He lived in a world of instant gratification, where comfort was king and effort was the enemy. Friends would invite him to hiking trips, but he preferred his air-conditioned cave. His parents urged him to find a job, but Mark saw no point. Why bother when life could be lived one pizza box at a time? Mark's days blurred into a comfortable routine. Wake up, grab a soda, fire up the gaming console, order takeout, rinse, and repeat. He was content with his sedentary existence, oblivious to the world passing him by. He had become a master at dodging responsibility, a virtuoso of procrastination. His life was a symphony of missed opportunities, a masterpiece of wasted potential. But Mark remained unfazed, lost in his digital world. His biggest concern the next level of his favorite game. One day, Mark's mom tried talking to him again. "Honey," she said, her voice laced with worry, "you can't keep living like this. You're wasting your life away." Mark just shrugged, his eyes glued to the flashing lights of the TV screen. Her words were just background noise, easily ignored. He had heard it all before. Nothing was going to change his comfortable routine, or so he thought. Little did he know, life had a cruel sense of humor, and it was about to deliver a wake-up call, one he couldn't ignore. Then it happened. The news came like a punch to the gut. His dad, his superhero, the man who always had his back, had a heart attack. It was sudden, unexpected, and it shook Mark to his core. The one person who never judged him, who always believed in him, was gone. The weight of his loss crashed down on Mark, shattering his world of blissful ignorance. Suddenly, the comfortable bubble he had built around himself felt like a prison, suffocating him with guilt and regret. The funeral was a blur. Mark saw his mother, her face etched with grief, leaning on relatives for support. He saw the pitying glances of friends and neighbors, but most of all, he saw his own reflection in their eyes. A reflection of disappointment, of a life not lived. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. All those wasted years, all those missed opportunities came rushing back, each one a sharp pang of guilt. He had let his father down, and worse, he had let himself down. The drive home was agonizing. Every mile felt like an eternity, each minute filled with the deafening silence of his own thoughts. As he sat by his father's empty chair, the weight of his loss became unbearable. The man who had always been his rock, his protector, was gone. And the worst part was, Mark knew he could have been there for him, could have been the man his father deserved him to be, but he chose laziness, chose comfort over responsibility. Now, he was left with nothing but regret and a burning desire to make things right. That night, Mark didn't touch his video games. He didn't order takeout. He sat alone in the silence, his father's words echoing in his ears. "Son, you have so much potential. Don't waste it." For the first time, those words struck a chord. They weren't just empty phrases anymore. They were a call to action, a challenge he could no longer ignore. A seed of change had been planted, watered by the tears of regret and the burning desire to honor his father's memory. He couldn't bring his father back, but he could change. He could be the man he always should have been, the man his father knew he could be. So, right then and there, Mark made a promise. He would turn his life around. He would ditch the laziness, embrace hard work, and make his father proud. It wouldn't be easy, he knew that. Years of bad habits were not easily broken, but the fire of determination burned bright within him, fueled by grief and a newfound sense of purpose. The next morning, Mark did something he hadn't done in years. He woke up early. The familiar pull of the couch was still there, but this time he resisted. He went for a run, his lungs burning, his legs aching. It was hard, unfamiliar, but with each step, he felt a sense of accomplishment he had never experienced before. He started small, making his bed, cleaning the house, simple tasks that felt monumental after years of apathy. He enrolled in a community college, something he had always scoffed at. He took on a part-time job at a local gym, surrounding himself with people who valued hard work and discipline. Every day was a battle against his old habits, a test of his newfound resolve. There were days when he wanted to give up, to crawl back into his comfortable shell, but the thought of his father, of the promise he had made, kept him going. He started working out regularly, his body slowly transforming from flabby to fit. He paid attention in class, his mind awakening after years of dormancy. He pushed himself harder, further than he ever thought possible. The lazy gamer was gone. replaced by a man on a mission. He was determined to prove to himself, to his father's memory, that he was capable of greatness. He embraced the grind, the struggle, understanding that true satisfaction came not from ease, but from overcoming challenges. The transformation wasn't just physical, it was mental and emotional. He learned the value of discipline, of delayed gratification. He discovered the power of hard work, the satisfaction of a job well done. He learned to embrace discomfort, knowing that it was the only path to growth. He was no longer afraid of challenges, he sought them out, using them as fuel to push himself further.